So one of the biggest questions and one of the most confusing aspects of linen service from our end and from the customer's end is how does it actually work? We get a lot of people who reach out to us and say, hey, I have a wedding coming up or I have a graduation party coming up and I need some table linens and some napkins, some tables, some chairs, maybe a tent and all that stuff. But that's not really what linen service from our side really is. Linen service to us is typically for restaurants, country clubs, or event centers that need to keep a stock of table linens, napkins, and tablecloths at all times because they're putting them on the table every day or every weekend or something like that. And maybe they have an event every now and again, and in those circumstances, we'll give you some extra tablecloths, napkins, whatever you need for the temporary status. But for us, linen service is really for people who consistently need the service and not just for one-off. So with that being said, if you're a restaurant or a country club or someone like that who needs linen service, there's going to be a couple steps involved before we can get started. First, an expert from Rentware or another company will have to come out and assess your linen needs. How many tables do you have? How big are the tables? What's your table turnover rate and stuff like that? Are you open for lunch and dinner? And all that good stuff to figure out just how many tablecloths and napkins you need. And just as a caveat, we always say to start higher than we think you need. So you always want to have extra tablecloths and napkins and not enough to start because we can always bring that number down. If you start too low, then we have no problem running them out to you, but then it just depends on how far away or all sorts of different variables are involved. So we'd rather you just have more than you need to start with and then have to move it down from there. But other than that, you'll get clean tablecloths and napkins delivered on a set day of the week. It'll be, the driver will come the same time every week, same day every week, so you can always count on that, and you'll know that your tablecloths and your napkins will always be stocked. Now the dirty ones we'll take back to our facility and we'll wash them with HACCP compliant procedures, and then we'll also press them so you can be sure that every time they come back they're going to look really nice, and we'll hand inspect them to make sure there's no ripped or damaged or any sort of craziness going on with your tablecloths and napkins, because we know that this stuff is important to you. Your image at your restaurant or your country club is important, and the way that the tables are dressed is a huge part of that.